Hello, I hope you're doing well. I want to introduce a series of videos over the up and coming months just to introduce 5 new songs we're looking to release in the early part of next year. So for this video, I want to take you through the initial ideas and the arrangements of the song, and in consequent videos I'll take you through each kind of section so you get a feel and get to have a listen to each section. So I'm using a software called Logic, and at the start of a project what I like to do is take advantage of the project notepad here and map out the initial ideas for the song. So I've got basic information, chord structures, and the initial idea. The song is very much guitar based. It's a worship song with drive, so I felt that a guitar solo would be great. And also I've made a note here, you can see about some vocals, about repeating a section. Whether we do that or not, I'm not too sure, but there were some initial ideas. So if I listen to the project now, very much it has got a strong guitar based feel to it, with an electric guitarist called Lewis came in and did some great work for me. So when I'm setting out the song, I like to map out the arrangements of the song, and you can see that in this arrange page. You start with an intro, verses, verse 1 and 2. We've got a single chorus, a verse 3, double chorus. This verse in effect is a solo by Lewis, double chorus and outro. And for each section, as the song grows, we can build our initial kind of ideas, and this section only grows as other people kind of can contribute. Intro into the song is a big intro, all guns blazing, all good, guitars, drums, bass, pianos, etc. in an 8-bar intro, and then we drop down into verse 1. Verse 1 predominantly is Rhodes instrument, possible acoustic drums. In verse 2, single notes, that should be single there, not sing, notes from the bass and basic chords, single notes from the electric, lead vocals only. Chorus may introduce backing vocals, may not, but in effect it's a bit busier, being it's a chorus into the first chorus of the song, but it's still got a bit of a stripped back feel to it. Verse 3 becomes busier, bass is a bit busier, acoustic more rhythmic. We've got a double chorus. Now we've mapped out some piano and some synth ideas, but by no means is this complete, so we need to program in a meet with David, the co-producer if you like, and we need to think about synths and arpeggio sounds just to make the choruses bigger, stand out, give some more stereo width. We've also starting to introduce some percussion ideas here as well. Lewis does a solo and then carries on that solo with slide guitar into the final chorus. Again, double chorus is going to be very big, and then we do a drop down section with just acoustic guitar as the predominant instrument, and then that builds with bass and electric into the final outro. Outro, possible introduction of congas. So these are initial thoughts and ideas, and some of these things we've done. Primarily this solo section was an idea. Now it's a reality. Lewis has come into the studio, and all the guitar parts are pretty much there, but they're pretty much done now. As I'm listening through the song, although I'm not anywhere near an editing phase at the moment, if I pick up on something, I like to just make a note. I've noticed that the bass, there's a bit of an issue around the double chorus, around bar 12. I need to check, that needs some form of repair. And given that I'm quite new in this whole arena of recording, etc., especially in this home studio, if I think that there's areas that I can improve or things that I'm not too happy with, then I'll make a note. So when I recorded the Fender bass breaker, it's a valve amp, there's really a nasty valve amp hum. I've kind of resolved the situation. Valve amps do make noise, cold light of day, but I've resolved that in part by using some audio restoration software from Waves called Z Noise, and that's cleaned up the audio part really well, or the guitar part very well. It can get a bit hot in the vocal booth, and I've just bought some very cheap AC units. I don't know if they're going to work, but there was only about £10 each. You know, a simple solution might cool the vocal booth between takes. And this is my project task to-do list. So where we are at the moment, piano and synths need to be done. I need to replace an acoustic guitar part. Lead vocals and backing vocals are needed. Then we're going to move into the editing phase, the initial mix, final mix, and then mastering process. So over the next course of the next month or so, I would like to release a number of videos just taking you through each section, so you can get a feel for each kind of section, and hopefully you'll join me with the journey through listening to the arrangements, each section, and also through the mixing kind of phase, editing phases, and mastering phase to final release through Nimbit. So I'll be posting this video up in YouTube and then sharing it. So by all means, if you find the video on YouTube, if you like it, then just click a like, and look out for new videos to come along in the next few months or so. Okay, bye bye for now.